Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we're highlighting a case that began on a January morning in 2025, when a 30-year-old mother of two sons left her Warren, Michigan home wearing a black coat with fur around the hood. She told her family she was running errands and that she would be home soon. However, she never made it back. Within hours, strange text messages would arrive from her phone. Her car would be found abandoned miles away, and in an ex-boyfriend's apartment bathroom, investigators would discover what they described as a substantial amount of blood. Despite extensive searches, including a massive operation at a county landfill, she has never been found. This is the story of Ashley Elkins. Ashley Elkins was 30 years old in the winter of 2025. She lived in Warren, Michigan, a working-class city just north of Detroit. She is described as a black woman standing 5'2" to 5'3" and weighing around 150 pounds. She was a hairstylist who worked out of her home, and her two sons, aged 10 and 7, were her world. Ashley was always in touch with her family, her sisters, her friends. Alexis, her older sister, would use the Find My iPhone app to check where she was, something the sisters always did for safety. She was known among loved ones as a very cheerful person, someone who cared deeply for her kids and her family. Her life appeared to be nothing out of the ordinary. Work, family, kids, errands, and nothing about her behavior suggested that she would just vanish without a trace. But on January 2nd, 2025, that's exactly what happened. January 2nd started like any other Thursday morning in Warren. At approximately 8:30 a.m., Ashley left her home wearing a long black coat with fur trim around the hood and black leggings. She was driving her gray 2010 Chevy Malibu. Her mother arrived at Ashley's house about 10 minutes later, just missing her daughter. At 9:06 a.m., she sent Ashley a text message about a dream that she'd had. What happened next would become the foundation of a disturbing pattern. Throughout that day, Ashley's family received what they described as weird texts from her phone. In one of the messages, Ashley claimed she was going to the beauty supply store. In another, she told a family member she was on her way home from running errands, but she never arrived. As the hours passed with no word from Ashley, her family grew increasingly concerned. This wasn't like her. She didn't just disappear without explanation, especially not when she had her children to think about. By January 3rd, Ashley's family officially reported her missing to the Warren Police Department. Investigators immediately began tracing her movements from the previous day. Cell phone data placed her last known location at an apartment complex in the 20,900 block of Pinehurst Street in Roseville. That address belonging to her ex-boyfriend, DeAndre Howard Booker. On January 7th, authorities recovered Ashley's Chevy Malibu in the area of 13 Mile and Little Mac in Roseville, about 3 to 4 miles from Booker's home at the Hampton Court Apartments. The car's discovery deepened the mystery. If Ashley had been running errands, the location of her vehicle didn't align with where she was expected to be. investigators intensified focus on Booker, given that his apartment was her last known location. On January 8th, 5 days after Ashley was reported missing, DeAndre Booker was arrested. He was initially charged with lying to police during the investigation. The next day, January 9th, Booker was arraigned on that charge. A judge set his bond at $250,000 cash, or surety. Later that month, on January 31st, prosecutors formally charged Booker with first-degree premeditated murder, tampering with evidence, disinterment or mutilation of a dead body, and concealing the death of an individual. At that arraignment, his bond was denied. Inside Booker's apartment bathroom, crime scene technicians found a substantial amount of blood, according to testimony. They searched the drains, the kitchen, the bathroom sink, and the tub. In the bathtub drain, they recovered 3 items: a clump of hair, a silver hoop earring, and a suspected bullet fragment. While police identified what those items appeared to be, they testified that at that point, they could not determine whether they belonged to Ashley Elkins. Outside the apartment, investigators seized a dumpster from the Hampton Court complex. Witnesses reported seeing blood inside of it. Prosecutors also presented evidence that a shopping cart had been used to transport something into that dumpster. The evidence was disturbing, but Ashley's body remained missing. Investigators had a critical question. Where was she? On January 13, 2025, authorities began a search at the Pine Tree Acres landfill in Lenox Township, Macomb County. For 7 days through January 19th, teams using heavy equipment, volunteers, and specialized crews combed a 6 to 7 acre parcel of the waste site, searching for any trace of Ashley. Despite these efforts, the search was called off without finding her body. Even without recovering Ashley's body, prosecutors believe they have substantial evidence to move forward. Blood and bleach found in Booker's apartment, items recovered from the bathroom drain, the seized dumpster, and other police testimony all suggest foul play. Preliminary examination hearings began on August 6, 2025, continuing on August 8th and August 15th. During those proceedings, testimony confirmed that a substantial amount of blood was found in his bathroom, along with bleach. Walls appeared wiped or smoothed as if they were cleaned, and items in the bathroom drain, the clump of hair, the earring, and the suspected bullet fragment were all recovered. Authorities have not confirmed whether those items belong to Ashley Elkins. As the legal proceedings continued, Ashley's family was left to grapple with an impossible reality. Their daughter, their sister, the mother of 2 young boys, was gone. Someone had been charged with her murder, yet her remains had never been recovered. While specific details of her relationship with DeAndre Booker are limited, it is known that they were ex-boyfriend and ex-girlfriend. On the morning she disappeared, she was last known to be at his apartment in Roseville, Michigan. With Ashley Elkins' case being classified as a no-body homicide, prosecutors must build their case on circumstantial evidence, witness testimony, and forensic analysis. The blood evidence, the cell phone data, the lies told to police, and the timing of the disappearance all combine to form a compelling narrative. While securing a conviction without a body is challenging, it is possible if the evidence is strong enough. Today, Ashley's two sons are growing up without their mother and without answers as to why someone who was once so close to her now stands accused of taking her life. They were just 7 and 10 when she first went missing. If you have any information about Ashley Elkins' disappearance or the events of January 2nd, 2025, please contact the Warren Police Department or submit tips anonymously through Crime Stoppers. You can find their contact information in the description below. Ashley Elkins deserves justice. Her family deserves answers, and they deserve closure. As we close out this episode, remember, sharing Ashley's story helps spread awareness and could help lead to the closure that her family is seeking. Don't forget to click the follow button to stay updated on Ashley's case and others like it. Be sure to subscribe to Hunting for Answers on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more true crime content and case updates. Also, if you're watching us on YouTube, share your thoughts on this case in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.